Well, it's Tuesday today, I think, isn't it?
Right.
Tuesday. Adam's got a noisy rear wheel bearing, so we've ordered a hub. So, wheel's been taken off, it's been jacked up obviously. I'll get an axle stand for that. And we're just going to see about taking the caliper off just now, so I'll get a caliper hanger as well. Well, we've come across our first snag, and that is this 13mm slide bolt for the caliper. It's becoming a bit of a pig, so what we're going to do is we're going to undo the handbrake cable, and then hopefully we'll get better access to that 13mm. So if you need to slacken your handbrake cable off, it's the same as the ED model. Get in through the centre console,
Right.
and slacken it off there. Right, so we've finally got the 13mm out, and I think that might be too long. So it's the same setup as the ED model, where you've got to get into this bolt to take this pad carrier off. So we're going to undo this bolt for the cross member, disconnect that, and then take the pad carrier off. Well, we've been having fun getting that out. Used a lot of force. Is that a wee bit on the hot side? So that's that. Right, so that's that bar disconnected, and then in here we've got to get that bolt undone to take the pad carrier off. Right, so we've got this bolt, and this is a 14, that's out, that came out quite easily. This is an absolute pain in the backside getting that off, but it's out now. I've just removed the disc, and then we've got 4 bolts. I think we're going to have to put quite a bit of spray on them before we even think about taking them off though. A bit of WD or something. Right, so we've got the first one moving. This lower right hand bolt, that's moving. We're trying to get the 14mm socket tapped on to the top right one, and then we'll just work our way around and do these. But so far that's coming okay, but it's a case of getting the bloody thing on. Right, so we're having all the fun of the fair here, getting these bolts out. They're not completely seized up, but they're not the easiest things to get out. So expect to have some fun getting these back bolts out. Well, that's the bolt out. It's not particularly rusty, but that end is fusty, so that'll get a wire brush down. This is the replacement hub. So these bolts go into there. So they'll need cleaned up before that takes place. Well, here's some of the fun you can see here. That's the easiest access point, the lower right from the wheel. So this is what we got to look forward to. Right, we're both perspiring very slightly now, so there was a hell of a lot of effort to get these out. That's the most awkward bolt for access, but I would say it was maybe the easiest to get out. Easy is a relative term here. It was anything but easy. We had to use a very long ratchet to get that out. The 400 Newton meter torque wrench didn't even want to look at it until it was pretty much out. So the next thing is to see whether or not this separates or detaches from the hub. So if you're doing this, I could recommend doing it on a cold day. Right, well that's the hub's off. The back end covers of these bits are very prone to rust, it seems. Mine are bad, and Adam's is obviously just disintegrated. So it seems that you can only get that if you buy this hub or knuckle for the rear. But anyway, that came off easy enough, probably because you've got this backing plate, you know, for the brake dust. So that's off. Now unfortunately, when Adam was trying to get the socket wrench off, he snapped the bolt. So he's just going to the garage just now to see if he can get a spare bolt to fit that. And then we're going to have to find something to cover this up. As I say, you can see exactly what happens. It just completely corrodes. But that's just to protect. You can see here the reluctor, or the tone ring I think it's also referred to as. It's just to keep the water and dirt and dust off that. But you can see it has got some rust on it already. So here's a quick comparison of the two. You can see there's the broken bolt. So they definitely look very similar. This one, the grey one that is, I'm sure it was £34 delivered. I've just ordered one myself for my Ceed, which is the ED version. They seem to be the same part actually, but I just ordered one of these on Sunday and it was £27 delivered. I've also ordered a replacement brake backing plate as well, genuine one. It's from a Hyundai i30 though. So anyway, Adam's away to get a spare bolt, and once he comes back we'll see if we can get the new one bolted on. Alright, that's just a quick test fit of the part. It looks like you have to have this part upwards. Not 100% sure, but it looked like the bolt pattern wasn't exactly the same. So that's upstairs, and the plain part I think is downstairs. So this will all need to get a good clean out. I'll get the I've got a wire brush here. I'll get the wire brush into it, get this a good clean out. I've actually got one for the drill somewhere. Maybe use that. Well, that's had a quick scrape up. I'm just waiting for Adam to come back from the garage, excuse me, to see if he's got the wire wheel. You need to be careful obviously because you've got your ABS sensor there, but it's not too bad at the bottom there. I've just used a hand wire brush. That's it. Next thing I'll be putting the new bolt in if he's got one. Right, so we've put a wee bit of grease on the back of that face where it goes against the knuckle, and then we're going to see about getting the bolts in. Well, that's that bolted back on. So I used the 400 Newton meters torque wrench setting, and then I've nipped it up. I would probably say you should check the actual factory torque settings, but they are on tight. It feels quite smooth certainly. So now it's back to reassembly. But yeah, it's not been particularly enjoyable. It'd be fine if you live in an area where you don't get salt on the roads and rust like you do up here in Scotland. Unlike Scotland, I should say. Right, we're getting the caliper hanger reinstalled. It's two 14mm bolts. There's one there and one behind that torsion bar or whatever you call it. Well, that's everything back together here. I put that clip back in. I don't think you actually have to take that off, to be honest, or it's not going to do any advantage. So that's that. Case of putting the wheel back on now, and then Adam is currently adjusting the handbrake mechanism back to where it was. Right, so I've just adjusted that back up to roughly the same point as it was on. So that's it in the relaxed position, and that's it pulled on. Now, what I did find, a little tip is that if you put a bit of tension on the cable, it kind of brought the nose of the thread up to make it easier to get it on. But anyway, we're going to put the wheel back on and make sure that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if that is actually stopping the wheel from rotating. But anyway, if you do need to adjust it, you know where to do it. So it's fully off at the moment, and then that's it on. So exactly the same detail as the ED, the earlier version that I've got, except at the back there's cup holders and I've got access through there, which I don't think came standard like that, but that's how it is at the moment. So if you need to get access to this, there's a bit of cloth that covers this, and just pull it out.